How's it going, everyone? It is Prashan here, and we're going over all the new cards and variants that are dropping this week in Marvel Snap. And before we get into it, remember, comment down below. Make sure that you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. But comment down below which variant you think is my favorite, and you have a chance of winning a gold pass. And also, I have 2 premium mystery variants left from giveaways. So be sure that you're following me on Twitch as well. That way, I think that's how I've been giving them out. I'm not sure. I might do it another way. We'll see. But I have 2 premium mystery variants to give out. I usually do them on Twitch streams, so make sure you're checking me out there as well. And then shout out to Marvel Snap too, because I just recently had the chance to do a spotlight video on Symbiote Spider-Man. So go ahead and check that out. I'll have the link in the description. Show that video some love. That way I could get a chance to do it again in the future, possibly. And before we go into these cards, I'm going to say what my favorite variant was. And it was the In-Hulkly Spider-Man, not the Symbiote Spider-Man. Everyone went with Symbiote Spider-Man, which I think is too like a cool card. I do love the comic book covers. I think Symbiote Spider-Man will be near and dear to my heart, especially since I was able to do a spotlight video on it. But I don't know, the In-Hulkly Spider-Man, especially like 3D, like it looks so cool. It's like the old school Spider-Man #1 cover or Amazing Fantasy cover when like Spider-Man's holding like the criminal. Like it's freaking amazing. So let's go into it. We have Madam Web. She is the newest card coming out in Marvel Snap in the spotlights. And let's check her out. Ongoing. You can move one of your other cards away from here each turn. She's a 2/1. This is insane. I think this card's broken. I think this card is going to be nerfed. And yeah, I think this is the card to get. I think this could do so much. You play Human Torch on 1, you play Madam Web on 2. You can move Human Torch out of Madam Web. You could play Hercules on 3. You could have that Human Torch bounce again. You could play so many, like there's so many things you could do. You could play Dagger next turn, like you could play Dagger, and then you could play like maybe Cloak and just do like crazy stuff each turn, like on curve with move. It's insane. It feels broken. Or you could play like Doctor Strange and like Dagger. Like it's insane what you could do with this card, and I think this is a must get. Like move becomes so much more powerful, and I think this card will actually get nerfed. I think it'll be turned to like a 3 or a 4 in the future. So I think this is definitely a copper drop is gonna come back soon. It just takes me a while to do those videos, and I'm almost back into my groove. So be on the lookout for those 2. I think some of you guys like those. And then next we have Silk. Silk is dropping in the spotlights again. I think this is probably like the 4th or 5th time she's been in the spotlights. If you don't have Silk, I think Silk is a decent card. She goes with so many like I don't know, decks. I think she's like fallen out of favor a little bit after like the Silky Smooth stuff. And that's another thing I might do too. I might have a series where I take a look back in time at old decks and then see if they still work. And if they don't, and then I'll talk about the changes that have happened to some of the cards throughout time too. And then we'll see if it's still a viable deck. Because I know we got so many new cards in Marvel Snap. I know some people still complain about the system, which I think it's bad too. I think we should get more tokens, right? Especially since everything's like Series 5 or... Oh, no, yeah, this is Series 4, but everything new is Series 5. So I think I might do that. Like, take a look back in time and then see if some of these old decks are still good. And then next we have Eliath. Eliath is still pretty good. On reveal, remove the text from all unrevealed cards here. If you don't have Eliath, get Eliath. I think this is an overall good spotlight week, especially Madam Web, Silk. I think Silk is the only bad card. Like, if you don't want something, you don't want Silk. But I think Eliath and the Madam Web are worth it this week. So, yes, you should spend some keys if you can. And then next, we have this Beta Ray Bill. This one's pretty cool. Super rare. Beta Ray Bill 4/6. Awesome variant. Simonson. I think, is this number one? I don't think this is number one. Uh, why am I saying number one? It's a Thor comic. I don't remember the comic number, but pretty cool to see. I do like playing like Pixie Hammers, so this might be a definite cop. I try to get all the comic book covers. I try to. I got to keep that up, right? And then next we have Young Madam Web. That's going to be coming out on the 10th, so the day after she comes out in the spotlight. This is a Ryan Kennard variant. It just looks like a basic art area variant, right? Yeah, colorist Ryan Kennard, Eduardo Mello. I sort of want to see Eduardo Mello's art with a different colorist to see the way it would possibly look. Maybe it would look different if Ryan Kennard didn't do the colors on it. I've always thought that. And next we have Hazmat. Finally, another Hazmat variant. It's been a while. We don't have that many. Ink Pulp. This is going to be rare for 700 gold. Pretty cool. I do like Ink Pulp. This one's like toned down compared to other Ink Pulp variants, in my opinion. But I don't know, still like it. Next, we have this Green Goblin here. Steampunk Green Goblin. Rare. Not super rare, rare. So we're getting tons of rare variants in the game, which I think is pretty cool. Affordable variants, right? 2 for 1 almost. You don't have to spend 1,200. You're spending 700. So pretty good. And then next, we have this Ghost Spider. This was in the spotlights a year ago. I believe I have this variant already. But if you don't have this variant, it's going to be in the shop. 2,400 gold. Pretty cool. I think it's weird. Ghost Spider has like this is Gwenom. Technically a Gwenom variant. And then we have a Venomized Gwen too. So we have this Gwenom. And then we have Venomized. And then we have Art Germ. So technically, Ghost Spider has like 3 like sort of Venomized variants, which is pretty interesting. Does she have like the most in the game that's like Venomized? I don't know. We have to do some research. But this will be in the shop. And then this Knoll here, I have this too. This was in the Spotlight Catch 2 a year ago. I think Knoll and Silk. It feels like Knoll and Silk has been in the spotlights the most. And then next we have Jeff here, this Dan Hip. I think is this the only Dan Hip that's been in the spotlights? I feel like it has. But this will be available for public consumption. And then next we have this Polaris here. This is a baddie, I would say baddie Polaris. Right? Let's see here. Let me pull this back. Oh man. My green screen's not green. I'm looking fuzzy here. This is real time. I'm not editing it. Let's raise that. Let's go. All right. Production in the middle, right? So we have this Polaris here. Magnetic matcha. So let's take a look at it. So $14.99, not that bad. 242% value. Currency value is 160, which I think is pretty good. I really think that's pretty good. But it's a card that I don't play that often. And you get 2,400 credits at 155 Polaris boosters. Yeah. I don't know. Like, I think it's good value. It's $14.99. It's nothing crazy. It's not like $100, but I don't know, man. The Polaris is not a card I play. That's the only downside. It's like you got cool variants, but the cards I don't play at all. At all. Like maybe, I don't know, maybe it'll cause, if I get it, because I really do like this variant. But if I get it, I would have to play Polaris for like a month straight just to justify me buying the bundle. And then next, we have this Green Goblin. I've been waiting for this one for a while, too. This one's freaking awesome. What are we, in September? It's almost like the pumpkin spice is already at Starbucks, right? So we're coming in October. I think I really like junk decks too. I think I need to make like a Halloween themed deck. I need to make like an Agatha all along deck too. But this is gonna be an album called The Gang's All Here. So let's check out that album. Ooh. This is pretty sweet. I think I have most of these already. So these are Spidey villains. I have the Electro, Hobgoblin, Kraven, Mr. Negative, Rhino, Sandman, and Scorpion, Shocker. I don't have the Silver Sable. I have the Silver Samurai, which is weird. How is this a Spider-Man villain? I always put Silver Samurai with Wolverine for someone. Like, I don't know. I put Silver Samurai with, like, Wolverine always. Or, like, Kitty Pryde or stuff. I don't know. And then Swarm and Vulture. I really didn't know Swarm was a Spider-Man villain either. But I guess so. And Vulture. So I'm pretty sure I'm only missing one of these. I think I'm only missing the Silver Sable. Oh, man. So this one, this is a reward. Oh, my goodness. So I'll get this Green Goblin for free. That's freaking awesome. So you get an avatar for completing 3. 2,000 credits for completing 6. For completing 9, you get the Green Goblin. You get me and the boys. That is pretty funny. Me and the boys. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then we do have the Silver Sable. I still don't have. This is the only one I'm missing from that album. Pretty cool. It's going to be rare. So this is a pretty easy album to complete. Very easy album to complete. Especially if she's rare, 700 gold. I think all of these are 700, right? Oh man, a fairly cheap album. Even though the album value is like 59%, currency value is 19%. Like it says that's like bad value overall, but I think this is a very easy album to complete, especially if you've been playing Marvel Snap for a long time. You should have most of these variants already. I think Silver Sable's the only one that should be like missing. But I think this is very accessible. Good job. Good job, Second Dinner. Good job, Marvel Snap team. I really like this bundle. Or album. Sorry, album. Next, we have this Kitty Pryde, which is pretty cool. Pryde Before the Fall. Ninja Kitty Pryde. Like, she did some pretty cool stuff in the Fall X. Like, she went out all, like, this is Shadow Cat. If you guys don't know, this is Shadow Cat. So, a gold bundle. 3,500 gold. Bundle value 244%, currency value 107%, which is pretty good. You get the Unholy Kitty Pryde, you get 3,000 collector's tokens. I need collector's tokens, to be honest. I really do need collector's tokens. And then 310 Kitty Pryde boosters. I think this is pretty good. And I really like this variant too. Good old Shadow Cat. That is pretty cool to have freaking Kitty Pryde in her ninja gear. That is pretty awesome. And next we have Kraven, 3,099, which is pretty cool. It goes with all of those guys. He has like a robot cat there. It's pretty cool. I wonder if they'll do another 3,099 album. Because I feel like they could add so many more to it, right? Rare pool, so 700 gold, very, very obtainable. So I like how a lot of these variants are very obtainable. And then next we have Black Cat, another card that like I feel like I should be playing more. And we got Feline Fancy. That sounds like a cat food. So $29.99, bundle value 200, currency value 158. You get this Black Cat variant, avatar, 1,000 credits, 3,000 gold, and then 155 Black Cat boosters. So what I would do here, I would use this bundle and use the gold from this bundle to go back and buy this Pryde Before the Fall variant bundle. I think that would be a good way to like use your gold if you needed gold. I might do that because they come out around the same time. So that's like the 13th through 18th, 14th through 18th. I might do that. I might do the 2-for-1. And then lastly, we have this Omega Red, the Horseman of Salvation. Seems like it's a category. Let me click and see what this category is. Is there more than one? Yes, there is more than one. So we got the Angel, the Blob, and the Omega Red. I don't think these two have came out yet. Oh, it has. Man, I should know this stuff, right? It has. What about Blob? I think this Blob came out yet? Okay, the Blob hasn't came out yet. The Angel has, which is pretty cool. With rare pool, another rare card, 700 gold. So a lot of affordable cards this week. Like that is the theme this week. A lot of affordable cards. I feel like a lot of affordable variants. I think that's pretty good. I think this is probably like the most affordable week I've done, where like almost everything's like 700. Besides like a season reset where you get a bunch of variants coming in. So I like this a lot. I like this. A lot of new variants for me to have in the game. I think this is pretty cool. So thank you guys for watching. This is the end. This is it for this week. It seems like we got like tons of variants again, like 2 weeks in a row. That's pretty cool. So remember down below, comment which card is my favorite, and then I will announce the winners next video. Before I mess up my words, it's early. I'm sorry, I haven't had my matcha. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. I know this is some of your guys' favorite video of the week. So I appreciate all the support and love that I get from you guys. Right back to you guys. Be safe. Keep on snapping. And peace.